If you have noticed a recurring pattern of unpleasant events in your life, then I have a word for you. Ezekiel chapter 7 verse 11 says something that is very interesting. It says violence has risen up into a rod of wickedness. So violence there in that context signifies a single occurrence, right? A single occurrence of events which just happened once and it never happened again. So this is where you can see something bad happen to someone, right? But it never happened again. So, but then when the Bible now said violence has risen up into a rod of wickedness. So the rod of wickedness there signifies systems, a system that has been built to ensure a perpetual reoccurrence or a perpetual loop of unpleasant events around your life. So that is when you see someone, they have a pattern of failure, recurring failure, or someone have a pattern of delay, or someone have a family, you see a family, they have a pattern of untimely deaths. When they are approaching 40, people just die suddenly, mysteriously. Maybe they might not even fall sick, but you just see people die. It signifies that there are systems that are intentional about ensuring reoccurrence of unpleasant events in the lives of people. And you also have to be intentional about confronting those systems. Have you ever heard people say, what will be, will be? So it is a very popular phrase, and it is a mindset that can be found in people who believe that things that happen in life, they just happened on a normal, on a normal level, that there is nothing, there is nothing spiritual that is orchestrating events, or there is nothing, there is no spiritual force that manipulates the reality of men. Some people have that mindset. So you hear them say, what will be, meaning that um they believe that someday, they expect that someday things will fall in place for them. They have this picture of where they are going, what they want to be in life, and of course, some people they are smart enough to put in the work, right? But then, despite putting in the work, it seems as if there is a manipulation. So it seems as if life is unfair. I mean, this person is hardworking, this person is smart, but they are not just getting enough compliment in terms of results for the level of work they are putting in. And you still see such people say, let me just keep you see such people say, let me just keep showing up. So there is a popular term that people use. They say, let me just keep grinding, right? So they just continue like that, and without having interest in the spiritual dimension, or in the spiritual aspects of their lives. So meaning that they neglect the spiritual, and they put in all the work that the physical requires. Of course, we know that there are principles of life, natural principles that God has built in, that ensures that when you are diligent, there are certain results that should come. But when you are diligent and you are for a long time, and then you are seeing that there are certain results that should have come but they did not come. So this is where patterns come in. This is where you can understand that there are certain systems that are ensuring that person never get out of his the box of failure. So and when such people with this mindset, when they say things like what will be, so with an expectation that someday in life things will just fall in place, it doesn't happen like that. You have to be intentional about confronting systems. I'm telling you, there are systems that ensure that men remain the same, that ensure that there are certain manifestations, unpleasant manifestations, that happens in the lives of men, and they want to keep it like that. Now, another shocker is that when you begin to confront these systems, they ensure that when you begin to confront these systems, you will usually experience a reaction in terms of intensity. You will find out that they are increasing, they increase their intensity against you. That is when you will know that life is spiritual. So, for example, it happened in Egypt when God sent Moses to go and deliver the people of Israel. And then, when Moses met Pharaoh, you can see that after that meeting, Pharaoh told his people not to give Israelites, the children of Israel, not to give them the resources they usually give them before. That he said they should go and look for that resources and ensure that their daily quota of labor is still complete. So that is the reaction you usually have when you are confronting these kinds of systems. But victory is ensured in this kingdom. Victory is ensured. It is better to rise and confront these things early than to believe in your mind and have the expectation that maybe one day, and let me just keep doing what I'm doing. One day, what will be, will be. It is better to also add a spiritual advantage to your labor, to your diligence, and not put your hope in the arm of flesh alone, than to just believe that you are this smart, intelligent, hardworking guy, and simply because you are that, then you expect life to be fair with you. I'm telling you, it doesn't always work that way. So you need to pray. You need to be intentional about, insisting that some of these patterns, all of these patterns stop, and you need to continue praying until they stop. If this message has blessed you, kindly like and subscribe to this channel, or follow depending on the platform you are watching from. Whatever has stood out for you in this message, I want you to drop it in the comment section. Let me see your perspective about this. And also, if you are yet to give your life to Christ, you need to do that now. Thank you.